Oh my God. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. You have Kenny, you have Carlil, you have Bamba. There is a three-headed goat on the loose, and they are about to come to you
You got
live on
sports,
the same
you got
convo. I
anime,
repeat,
you
this
got
is not
media,
a
you got
drill. They are about
entertainment.
to come to you live on
The
the
same
same
convo, baby.
Tap
Tap
in.
in.
Let's go!
Okay, now it's time to conversate. Same convo on your airwaves. Bamba came to entertain and Kenny talking anime. Carla coming with the sports, they changing lives in major ways. You was tweaking out if TAC ain't on your playlist. If you come and listen, then you listen to the best. They not worried about the others, cause they better than the rest. Kenny, Carla, bomb, but they put the others to the test. New episode flow, now tap in to see what is next.
The year is 2024. But honestly, y'all can keep the 202 because the 4 is ours. And on that note, welcome to season 4 of the same convo with the same host, Kenny, Carlil, and Bamba.
Yes,
and this is a podcast where we talk
sir.
everything sports, anime, media, and entertainment. It's a pleasure to have y'all back. How you boys feeling?
Yeah, I'm
Feeling
feeling
good.
good, man. How you feeling?
Get to
I
talk
like
to my
your
boys.
microphone. Nah, shut.
Oh, you see it?
Yeah, that's an upgrade. Yeah,
You see it, man? Yeah.
big.
How was the holidays? What y'all do?
Wait,
What
is
y'all
that
do?
is that an actual microphone? What was
Yeah,
it?
that's a mic. Yeah, that's a
What's the
mic.
mic? Pay attention, Sonny. The holidays, Kenny.
So what was the question?
How was the holidays? How was your holiday?
My holiday was great. Um, I didn't realize how packed and planned my holiday was gonna be when I came down there. I literally had a family event all day, every day. It was cool. It was great though.
That's
I
good
just
though.
didn't know I didn't know I was gonna be that busy.
That's good though. You got to spend time with family. That's what we love. Carla, what you do? Why you laughing?
So you said what I do for the holiday season?
Yes.
I mean, I wasn't able to go home and see family this year. So I went to Tyler,
Well, I know your
Texas.
mama was mad.
Nah, it was her fault. Well, it wasn't her
it
fault.
was a fault. It's crazy.
Let me not say that. Basically, like they went to the Virgin Islands, and my mom, like, when we take a trip and I don't come home, she usually buys the tickets. And so she bought the tickets, and then she called me like a week and a half before Christmas because we were supposed to have this figured out already. But she calls me a week and a half before Christmas. She was like, "Don't be mad at me." I was like, "Why would I be mad?" She goes on to explain that how they chose the Virgin Islands for Christmas and how she was able to get her boyfriend, and my little sister, tickets, cheap tickets from Florida. It was like 200 something from Florida, but from Houston, it was like 600, 700. So it just
That's
wasn't. It
tough.
wasn't in the cars. She was like, "Can you find like alternative flights? See what you can do." I looked in Austin, 800. I looked in Dallas, 850. It was not in the cards for me. But
You said the Virgin Islands?
yeah, the Virgin Islands.
I was supposed to be there. I got family out there.
Oh, that's crazy, Kenny. Oh, well, I'm glad you didn't get to go like I did.
That's crazy.
I would have been. I would have been big hating. But
Your
no,
mama took a picture of me of us together.
nah, but yeah, no, for Christmas, I ended up going to Tyler, Texas. That was my first time there. I had a great time. I enjoyed myself. And then for New Year's, I went to Toronto with the boys, you feel me? And we brought in the new year over in the six.
You see Drake?
Yeah, that man actually got us into the back of a party. It was lit. It was lit. Him, Chubbs had that thing on him, you feel me? Like the whole squad was there. 40 was there. Feel me?
Was the weekend there?
Nah, fuck that nigga.
I'm weak. But all right, y'all. That's good. That's good. I'm glad I had a good holiday.
Wait,
But
Bamba, how was
forget
your
about
holiday?
that. You say what?
What about your holiday?
Man, I didn't do much. I'm not gonna lie. My family's in Africa. I'm here. I just recently moved. So it's just one of those holidays where you think about business. So 2024, we're standing on business. That's what's going to be.
Stand on business.
Forget about the holiday. Let's get this year started. Let's start it off right. Last year, at the beginning of the college football season, we all made predictions. Now, where we at today, the season is over, meaning that there's a winner, and there are losers. I wanted to start with you, Kenny. What was your prediction? Who did you have, and how did it go?
Ooh. Kenny, please tell us your prediction.
How about them dogs, Kenny?
Leave me alone.
He said, that's crazy.
Leave me alone.
Go ahead, Kenny. Come on.
Tell us
Answer the question.
Okay, can we just all just acknowledge how college football turned on its head this season?
No.
How?
Answer the
Alabama
question.
wasn't ranked number 1, and at one point they got kicked out the top 10. Georgia didn't perform like they were supposed to. This was a weird year for college football.
Well, you lost, is what you're saying.
He has yet to answer the question. What was your prediction?
Georgia was my prediction.
How did it go?
It went bad.
Did you win?
We did not win.
All right. We're not going to waste too much time on the losers.
I just want to point out Bamba hopped on a bandwagon because he has never been a Michigan fan. And this man always talks crap about Michigan. And then he sees that they're getting a little good and he hopped on the bandwagon.
I would like to say, let's go ahead and ask Bamba. Bamba, what was your prediction and how did it go for you? Well,
I'll expose this man for being a fake Michigan fan.
At the beginning of the season, I said Michigan was going to win. And I said that, yes, before I hated on them, but I do believe that they got it this year. Now, when I said that, no game was played yet. So you can't say what you want. Yes, I hopped on the bandwagon, but I hopped on the right one. You try to hop on them dogs, and they turn to puppies. Carlo, what was your prediction? How'd it go?
Since 1997. Since 1997, I've been waiting for a national championship. The last national championship that Michigan won was in 1997, 3 months before I was born. So I've been waiting my entire life to see another one again. And Bob, I'm going to answer your question because I know we're going to get deep into it real quick. My prediction was the Michigan Wolverines. And how it turned out, you're national champions in college football. One in my city, Houston, Texas. The Michigan Wolverines. Hail to the motherfucking victors, nigga.
That by that real nigga, Jim Harbaugh.
Bleep me out.
They said bleep me out. But the next question is, Michigan was led by none other than J.J. McCarthy.
Blake Corum.
Somebody. Huh?
They were led by Blake Corum.
J.J. McCarthy, who has been getting a lot of praise. One that even put him above the Tom Brady. Now, my question is to you boys, because I personally cannot answer this. I don't really remember. Y'all know I'm new to football like that. But is J.J. McCarthy the greatest quarterback in Michigan football history?
I feel like Carlo should answer that. He's the big Michigan fan.
See, when you originally texted us this question, my instant reaction was no. But after going over some of the stats, after going over some of the history, and then seeing the differences between the two, one, Tom Brady's not even up there for me because you got to understand Tom Brady damn near shared a quarterback position until his senior year. He was not like that in college. He does have a win over Ohio State. You know, he doesn't have a natty, but again, like I said, he just in college
Tom Brady does have a natty.
He does not. He does not have a natty. So look, all I'm saying is,
I thought he was on the bench for one of them.
Tom Brady was decent. But he was not that guy in college. My initial answer when you texted that to me was Denard Robinson. Denard Robinson has a win over Ohio State. Does not have a winning record against Ohio State. He's like 1-3. Does not have a natty, but to me, he was the greatest overall quarterback that Michigan had because he was a true dual threat. He was a dual threat in the air, and he was a dual threat on the run, and more famously for his running abilities and getting able to scramble and get out the pocket. To even which when he went to the NFL, he was drafted as a running back, not a quarterback. But like I said, after thinking about it, JJ McCarthy has to be the best quarterback in Michigan history because at the end of the day, a lot of people will try to diminish JJ because he doesn't have the stats that the other quarterbacks in the college football have as far as like a Caleb Williams or a Michael Penix. You got to understand, Michigan, the team that's been built since 2021 has been built to be a ground and pound team, a team that gets in the trenches. Michigan has 3 starting running backs. You got Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards, and Khalil Mullins. Khalil Mullins and Donovan Edwards can start on any other college team, guarantee you. So they're dominant, super dominant in a running game to where they win their games on the ground, to where JJ doesn't have to perform in the air as much as he does. Now, when it is time for him to perform in the air, he does it every time. He always has a positive percentage. He barely throws interceptions. He barely turns over the ball, and he always makes the right pass. He's 3-0 against Ohio State. He has 3 Big Ten championships. He has 1 national championship. He is a dual threat himself, not as much as Denard Robinson was. But if he doesn't get it through the air, he can definitely get it on the ground for a white boy. You feel me? So, again, like I said, my initial answer was Denard Robinson because you got to give Denard Robinson credit. The Michigan team back, because Denard Robinson played back in 2011, 2012. Michigan team back then was not built like the Michigan team is now. Kenny said one thing. This has been the past year, a couple years for college football. If you've watched college football, it hasn't been a weird year. It's just teams getting better and teams getting worse. Alabama is still one of the top recruiting classes, but they weren't able to figure it out. They were still a top 4 team. There's been years where Alabama has just been top 4 and not won the national championship. It's not weird. Yes, they're known as a powerhouse, but it's not weird just the way that recruiting is going and the talent like teams like Michigan have gotten over the years. That's why we were able to match up to teams like Ohio State, Bama, Georgia, and things of that nature. It just took us a minute once we got that talent. It just took us a minute to figure out how to push through to the national championship. Because you got to admit, this is our first national championship since 1997. But we've been to the college football playoffs twice in the past 3 years. You feel me? So like I said, it just took us some time to figure out the talent. But again, all props to Denard Robinson, but I will say JJ McCarthy is the best Michigan quarterback.
Love that. That's a perfect breakdown.
I got
like everything.
I don't have anything to add to that. I just got to ask Carlil one thing. Is that running back lineup better than the 2001 Miami Hurricanes running back lineup?
Give me 2001 Miami Hurricanes again. You got why can't I think
Frank Gore,
mm-hmm.
Clinton Portis,
mm-hmm.
Willis McGahee.
I would say so.
You said the Michigan Wolverines one is better?
Yeah, I would say so. And I would say even Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards by themselves because Khalil Mullins, he was decent last year, but he started going crazy this year. But Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards for the past but Donovan Edwards, who did not have he had a bigger season last year than he did this year as far as overall rushing yards. But when it mattered most, he had the first 2 touchdowns in the national championship. Broke out of there. One was for like 30-something. The other one was for 41. Blake Corum, he put up the most TDs, career rushing TDs for any Michigan running back, and that's coming off of a ACL injury. And he would have won the Heisman last year if he ain't tear his shit. Everybody knows that.
I do want to switch gears, but before I do, I have a question that was not a part of the plan. And I say that just as a disclaimer because I want to ask you this, Carlo. I know I asked you as a quarterback, but when it just comes to player, just give me a name. Who do you think is the best player that ever wore that Michigan jersey?
If we go on best overall player and it's not excluding quarterbacks, it's definitely Denard Robinson. Even though he is a quarterback, it's definitely Denard Robinson. Yes, he's not the greatest quarterback. I gave it to JJ, but if we go on best overall player in Michigan history, I'm giving it to Denard. Either I'm disrespecting some people. Hold on.
I'll say that's kind of crazy, Carly. I'm not a Michigan fan, but I
ain't gonna lie.
got some names
Charles
myself.
Woodson.
What name you got?
Charles Woodson.
Say Charles Woodson.
I'm giving it to Charles Woodson. My fault.
People,
Are you saying that
we're
because
talking
the last
about
name
people.
Wilson, sir?
His last name is Woodson.
Oh, Woodson, my bad.
Yeah, I got a question. Are you asking like just what they did for Michigan or
just overall? Like if you had to name one as the best for Michigan, yes.
Oh, they had based off what they did for Michigan. Yeah, I would even put Jabril Peppers over.
I ain't putting Jabril. Jabril's definitely up there. I'm not
that
putting
man
him over.
Played both sides.
I'm not putting him over Denard Robinson though. If I had to rank those three, it would definitely be Charles, Denard, then Jabril. Jabril, yeah, he was like that in Michigan. That's one I can only imagine if JJ is good as much as I love him. If Denard Robinson had this team or Jabril Peppers had this defense, oh my
God, I'm dead. But let's go to the league, man, without wasting any time. There are 580 players in the NBA. And when it comes to plus minus, that boy, Jordan Poole, is dead last at minus 386. Two questions for y'all. One, is he cooked? Two, is he the worst player in the NBA?
Look.
Wait, who do you want to answer to that?
I'm gonna start with you, Kenny.
Is he okay? So I'm gonna start with: is he the worst player in the NBA? No, and not by far, he's not the worst in the NBA. He's what I think Jordan Poole suffers from is the success of when you play with true greats, and you're not a true great yourself. So what we saw from him on the Warriors was sparks of eliteness, not greatness, sparks of some eliteness, right? And Jordan Poole has only been, this is only his third year in the league?
Fourth.
Mm-hmm. For a player of his play style, from what we've seen and what his play style is, I believe it is premature to put him on a team and expect him to bring that championship presence, to bring that leadership presence, to bring that winning presence. Because if we're being real, most of his success came because he played with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and played with a team that's established already, a championship established team already.
Mm-hmm.
So for them to put him on a crap team, a team that's already trash, and think something's going to turn around miraculously is pretty unrealistic. So I think also that plus minus thing, you also got to remember there's a ton of people who don't even see the court. There's a bunch of DNPs going around because everybody can't play, and some people really do suck. So he has the worst plus minus out of the players that do play, but I don't think that's accurate to say he's the worst player in the league based off of it. Also, one last thing, Jordan Poole has never been a presence on defense. You might as well be having a cone in front of you, honestly. And like I said, his scoring ability is B minus at best.
Ooh, that's a hot take. That's a hot take right there. B minus.
Bro, didn't he have a game that he was like 1 for 15, 1 for 18 or some shit?
Yeah, but that's a game. Talk about scoring ability. You said scoring ability.
I'm giving his scoring ability. I see. The thing about me is I don't look at the fancy, flashy stuff that the sparks. I look at consistency. If you can't do that LeBron can go out there and give you a consistent 25 to 30 a night consistently, and he's gonna play defense. He's gonna get you assists and rebound. I'm giving his ability at minimum an A minus. At minimum.
A plus.
I said at minimum LeBron gets an A minus. At the bare bottom, the minimum, You hear what I'm saying? Minimum.
It's okay. We're not going to jump you. Don't worry.
But at best, if LeBron's at minimum A-, Jordan Poole is at best B-.
Okay. Carlo, your take.
I agree with some of the stuff that Kenny had to say, but as far as like, let me go ahead and agree with Kenny. No, he's not the worst player in the league. There's a lot of people worse than him. We got to look at why his plus minus is so low. They gave him the job to be the number one scoring option, so I don't.
Kyle Kuzma is better than him, and Carlo knows how I feel about Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is better than him.
All I gotta say, it is winter time. The pools are closed. We will reopen. We will reopen in a couple months. Just give it some time. We need to warm up a little bit. Also, shout out Jordan Poole. You know why? He a Wolverine, man, and he was cold. But look, y'all gotta understand. This is third, fourth year in the league. He didn't get a chance to grow in the position that he was thrown in. You are basically asking Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma to bring back the Wizards like John Wall and Bradley Beal did, which is not going to happen. It's not going to happen at all. Because you're asking again, he had sparks of eliteness, like Kenny said, but he was a 6-man. You feel me? Doing what a 6-man is supposed to do and what a 6-man is supposed to produce for you on a nightly basis. Even so, he started for a playoff series over Steph. There was nothing wrong with Steph. There was nothing wrong. Steve Kerr was like, I'm going to start Jordan Poole. And he played decent. But he knew when it was time to take him out and put him back on the bench. I think him moving to the Washington Wizards was probably the worst move that's going to happen in his career because he did not get to develop into what he can be, a starting scoring threat. We've seen that, but he didn't get to develop into that. He's not a LeBron. He's not a Zion. He's not a KD. He's not the type of player that was going to have it all figured out as a starting scoring threat early in his career. No, he was going to have to be one of those people that came off the bench, started in some aspects, and developed into that person, that killer instinct, so then you can send him off to his own team and he'd be able to carry a load. So,
bruh,
I don't think it's over for him, but the pools are definitely closed now.
No, it might. No, you got. I have something to say. It might be over for him.
Right.
I think this is where his career. They've sent him to the Wizards to die at this point. I just looked at their roster. There's not a single veteran presence. There's no mentor, nothing. It is the wild, unless you count Danilo Gallinari.
What you mean? He got light-skinned king himself, Kyle Kuzma. It's
Kyle
Kuz
Kuzma's not a
controlling
vet.
pool party. Kuz controlling pool party.
He's not a vet.
What you mean?
Kyle Kuzma's not a vet.
Kyle Kuzma been in the league like 7 years now.
I won't call Kyle Kuzma a vet. I will call any
his vet.
That's what I'm saying. If Kyle Kuzma, who's not a leader, 2, never did anything, no accolades, what is he teaching him?
Is he not a champion?
But okay,
that's why I thought. That's why I thought. That's why I thought.
There.
No accolades.
Wait, Bob. Also a champion. So what are you saying?
You said who?
Jordan Poole is also a champion.
Okay. My argument, you said he had no accolades. I say he's a champion.
Okay, my fault. What I'm saying is they need some type of guidance on this team. This team looks like a bunch of teenagers who just running around doing shit.
But in the lack of a veteran, what is a coach for? And the assistant coach, why can't they? Because I feel like they also are pushing the energy. Because we've seen instances where he goes there, for example, when Porzingis blocked him, when he tried to do that behind the back dribble, turn around, the coach gonna call you, yell at your ass.
I have a hot take on the principle of coaches in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is sure, coaches draw up plays, right? But these are the best of the best basketball players in the world who've been playing basketball their whole entire life, right? I have a hard understanding of what exactly a coach does when you have actual elite players. Like, what is a coach telling LeBron that LeBron don't know already?
But that's
What is
very
the
different. That's level.
Do
no way?
coach,
I'm not. I had a
do,
list.
co-
Let
do
me
coaches
go down.
do
Okay,
coaches
get
not
through your
elevate
list.
their
I
Let
wasn't
me get through your
done.
list.
I wasn't done.
Okay, get through your list.
What is the coach teaching Steph Curry that he doesn't know already?
Okay.
What do you guys
I'm
think?
pretty sure it was Mike Brown to tell Steph Curry to keep shooting because he saw the 3-point ability. I'm pretty sure it's Eric Spoelstra that got back to the finals when people thought it was done when D Wade, Chris Bosh, and LeBron left the Miami Heat. I'm pretty sure Greg Popovich.
Wait.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure Greg Popovich, with the exception of Tim Duncan, all those Spurs Hall of Famers who weren't projected to be Hall of Famers turned into Hall of Famers because of the direction that Greg Popovich pushed them and elevated them into.
And that's very far. Mike Brown, you didn't see that video of him cussing all of his players out? Is Darren Fox not an elite player?
Facts.
It's the
Mike Brown brought back the Sacramento Kings. And these are not players. This is De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk.
He was cussing them out.
Kevin Herter. These are not players that were projected
out.
to be Hall of Famers, and he elevated them into this spot. Everybody he got Coach of the Year last year, didn't he? The year before.
So what you're saying? Y'all saying coaches are for motivation?
No. A coach has a role. A coach. This is how I look at a coach. The coach has the same role that the shepherd has for the sheep. You got to guide them. You got to protect them. Look at them like, what I'm saying? Like, you got to. We forget, at some point, players used to be developed in the NBA. If a coach doesn't want to adopt that as his culture, that's on the coach at some point. Because I understand, yes, sometimes you need veterans to be on the floor and let them know. But at the end of the day, when you call a timeout and the players are there, you can give instructions. You still have the choice to be like, yo, you better sit your ass on this bench because you're not producing. And at this point, if he keeps on going like this, he might have to sit on the bench next year.
One coach that LeBron has praised since he even coached with him is Ty Lue. I remember watching an interview with Ty Lue, basically telling it was either, I think it was Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, where he was telling him like how many times he had to check LeBron on the bench because LeBron wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. He wasn't taking the lead. He wasn't in the right spot. And Ty Lue is putting him in the right spot to succeed. So, you feel me? I understand what you say about it. Definitely, it comes from the talent of players, but you got to understand teams like the Miami Heat, what's the name with Jimmy Butler, Duncan Robinson, like Goran Dragic, reaching playoff success. Sacramento Kings, like De'Aaron Fox is a bucket, but all the other guys, like, come on, man. Coaches play a part.
I'm looking at the Washington Wizards, and this team looks like no matter what you say to these players, I don't see that being a factor.
Every coach can be a successful coach, Kenny.
I hear you, but I thought you put Greg Popovich on this team and he retires early.
I don't think so. Because he's okay. We're gonna get to that. Let's move on to the next point. Let's move on to the next point, please, because we're gonna touch on that.
Hold on,
I want you to put a pin on it.
Between Kawhi and Wemby. Do you not remember that?
No, I want you to put
Kawhi and Wemby.
Go ahead.
What?
I want you to put a pin on that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No. Okay.
Go ahead.
All I said was you said he would take a team like this and retire early. Do you remember who the Spurs were between Kawhi and Wemby? Do you remember who even with Wemby now, they're still one of the worst teams.
Wait, but they still had a deep. What's the guy who plays with the Hawks now?
Who plays what?
With the Hawks. He's the point, or he's the two guard.
Oh, DeJounte Murray?
They had DeJounte Murray.
Okay, they didn't do nothing.
Where is he now?
They wasted him. They
wasted him.
Almost ruined him.
DeJounte Murray ain't do nothing.
He hated being on that team. But okay, put a pin on that conversation because I feel like we're gonna touch on that point again. Now, I had more, but I'm gonna make this my last point for the sake of time.
Wait! I got one last thing.
We're not done.
One last thing. Wait, I know. Just give me.
What is it about? Is it about the Wizards? Is it about the Wizards?
The San Antonio Spurs currently have a worse record than the Wizards.
Skip it. If it's about the Spurs, wait. No.
Okay, he said wait.
Wait. Is it about the Spurs?
It's not gonna have nothing to do with Wemby. It's not gonna do nothing.
No, it's okay. Just wait. Let him go.
Go ahead.
It's not gonna have nothing to do with Wemby. It's not nothing to do with Wemby.
Go ahead.
What I was saying, how y'all saying great coaching could change a team like the Wizards, right? Right. Like y'all just said, Greg Popovich has had a bad team, one of the greatest coaches of all time. People say he is the greatest coach of all time. had the worst record in the league.
Carlos, don't answer. Don't answer. No, don't answer. Because we'll get to that, motherfucker. God damn. My next point is Rookie of the Year. And we got two people, Chet Holmgren, Wembanyama. Spurs, OKC. Why is one a success and why is not? That's not even the question. Rookie of the Year. Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren. Who do you got as your pick so far and why?
I got mine.
What is it?
I'm going Chet.
Okay.
Chet's numbers are better. His team's winning. I think Wemby he has a bunch of hype right now. Because Chet has like that Ben Simmons effect. Whenever Donovan Mitchell should have been Rookie of the Year because Ben Simmons is technically not a rookie. Same thing with Chet. Like he's just not getting as much camera time as Wemby. But like I said, numbers are better. When they matched up against each other, Chet Holmgren's numbers were better. He outperformed Wemby. And his team was actually winning. So that's why I will go with Chet.
Probably, what about you?
Okay, well, I don't know where Kenny saw that Chet's numbers were better because Wemby is outscoring him on a point average and out rebounding him.
And I'm gonna go ahead and
stats
real quick for
what's those percentages? Get the percentages for me.
What? You want to give it?
So Wembanyama is averaging 19.3 points per game, 10 rebounds, 3.3 blocks per game, and his true shooting percentage is 54.2. Chet Holmgren is 17.8 points per game, 7.3 rebounds per game, 2.6 blocks per game, and a 65.8 true shooting percentage.
So his percentage is higher.
Higher,
actually.
His percentage is higher, but Wembanyama does more on the court. And he has to do it for a less talented team. And when I say less talented, again, I wanna. Kenny said,
no, we can get back to it.
That's
now.
what I'm saying. And it's gonna be brief. But Kenny said Popovich will retire if he had that Wizards team. The San Antonio Spurs are currently 5-30. The Washington Wizards are currently 6-30. So.
Damn.
Either or, I just had to throw that out there. But if I had to get MVP, even though I had
can I respond to that statement? Do I get a response?
You get a response. Let him finish.
Okay, yeah.
Don't go too far. Don't get too far away from.
Okay, I'm not even gonna go too far because I forgot the other thing I wanted to address. But at the end of the day, I wasn't disagreeing with you. All I wanted to let you know is that Wembanyama had, he had higher numbers. But of course, Chet's true shooting percentage is higher, but he also is on a better team. All I gotta say is Chet Holmgren definitely deserves it over Wembanyama, even though Wembanyama has, he's averaging a double-double. Chet's contributing to, I think, the second, because Minnesota Timberwolves are first, the second best team in the Western Conference. They're over the Denver Nuggets right now. Like, it's crazy. It's close, but crazy. But yeah, I would give it to Chet. Or I say MVP. We're talking about Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year,
yeah. Okay, so what I was gonna say is to your comment about how Popovich is sticking around with the Spurs who are 6-30 and the Wizards are 5-30. Or was it reversed? My fault. Reversed. Wizards are 6-30. Spurs are 5-30. Mm-hmm. Popovich has so we all know Popovich loves the centers or power forward center. David Robinson, Tim Duncan. He potentially has another generational big on his hands. I can rationalize or conceptualize him not wanting to retire being one of those reasons. I have looked at the Washington Wizards. There's not one generational talent on that team.
I hear you.
All right.
So,
Kyle Kuzma.
Kenny had made a point earlier, but you answered to it.
Why you hide your face? Now, bring your face back here. Why hide your face after saying that?
I don't have a face.
This man hit his face instantly after saying that, but that's all I'm saying.
But so next point I had was about Wembanyama. Would I be wrong to say that I feel like his teammates are sabotaging him a little bit?
Oh no, 100%. They hate him for some reason. They're hating on him.
Because
Bad.
I've been watching him a lot, and this is the reason why I say this, right? I definitely understand that when it comes to 3-point shots, he's not hitting them like he's supposed to. He's at a 27 or 28%, something like that. It's not bad. Some games he will hit all of them. Some games he'll miss all of them. That's how he's been. But I keep watching, specifically, Sochan, the nigga with
Oh, yeah, fuck him.
the Kuzma hair. I always see instances where I'm like, this nigga got a mismatch. This nigga is wide open. This nigga is literally running straight to the basket with nobody in front of him. And Sochan will make eye contact, turn around, and shoot. Now, the reason why I want to talk
Sochan
about
got that heater on him.
No, he
nah,
does not.
he ain't been
Not at
hitting it
all.
like that too. Sochan used to be like that. I'm not gonna lie. He used to be like that. I used to fuck with him. Then he started talking shit about Brian. And then niggas started putting that pressure on him.
Wait. What did he say about Braun?
He was talking about him being I think the king is flopping or some shit like that. I can't remember. But that was as a rookie that he said that. You can literally Google it. What Sochan said about Brown. It'll pop up. It'll come up. But while y'all doing that, he has been struggling. He doesn't hit twos. Greg Popovich at some point tried to move him as a point guard to help and improve the game, to get him some possession and all of that. But ever since that point, it's just been ass. And Wemby's been struggling. So now that's my take as to why Wemby is struggling so far when it comes to the Rookie of the Year. And as to why Greg Popovich is still allowing it, I don't get it.
Y'all think he gonna want to stay in San Antonio?
Oh, he has no choice for a minute.
I say he can't go anywhere. He's a rookie.
That's what I'm saying. He can't go anywhere for a minute, but I'm saying, y'all think the disgruntlement gonna come?
If he does, shit, I hope he does. Because I definitely want to see. Imagine if, for example, we're talking about Chet. Imagine if the roles were reversed. You have a coach that's all about you, that want to really help you prove a point, and then your team is just amazing. You playing with Shea, you playing with Lou Dort, and like everybody is involved. You know what I'm saying? I feel like really that's what's helping Chet. Granted, Chet's game is more developed. We got to give him props for that. He's better outside the arc, and just his presence. I know his stats don't show it, but his presence is definitely different than when Wemby's team. Maybe that has to do with the chemistry, but so far it's just working. But I think we can all agree on Wembanyama as Rookie of the Year. But where we might disagree at is the MVP. Because I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all who Kia has candidates so far. You got that number 3, that boy Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. 31 point, 5.9 rebounds, and 6.4 assists. Number 2, you got Jokic with 26 points, 12.2 rebounds, 9.1 assists. And at number 1, you got the American guy, Joel Embiid. 34.8 points.
He is American, not technically.
34.8 points, 11.8 rebounds, 6.2 assists. Now, I would ask you, who out of these 3 is more deserving of the spot?
Wait.
But the question is, can I finish my question, Kenny? Damn.
Sorry. You said one question. I'm not going to have a backup question. My fault.
I said I would ask you that question. But my question is, do y'all agree with this? Or do you have a pick of your own? Because I personally do not agree. I definitely do not.
I don't agree with this.
I have a pick on my own.
Kenny, who you got? I'm going to start with you.
Well, okay, for one thing, Embiid's the number 1.
Yeah.
The reason I have an issue with that, his averages are a little conflated. He's missed a lot of games. Granted, when he did play, he played well, but he's missed a lot of games. So his averages is a little inflated. And his team is what, 3rd in the East, so that's not bad. They're 23 and 12. I ain't gonna lie, Nikola Jokic deserves it. This man is almost averaging a triple-double. His team is what, 3rd in the East, in the West? Yeah, 3rd in the West. He's averaging a triple-double. I would give it to him or Shea Gilgeous-Alexander just because if we let's look at if we just looked at the roster for the Thunder, that team is not good.
You say it's not good?
Not really.
What?
What do
Expand
you
on
mean
that.
what?
Expand on
Okay,
that.
I'm gonna pull up their
Because I can't already
roster.
start with the starting five. Shea Gilgeous, Josh
Mhm.
Giddey, Lou Dort, Chet Holmberg. I'm forgetting somebody. Carla, help me out.
I got it right here. Shai Gilgeous, Chet Holmgren, Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams. There's another Jalen Williams.
And
Lou
Lou Dort.
Dort.
Already, those six, what are their averages? What are their shooting percentages?
Come on, bro.
Look at their shooting percentage and their numbers.
I'm not about to look all of them up right now because it's gonna take forever.
But you can see too. Because I already got Shea Gilgeous right here.
Well,
Don't want
listen,
the
you
emoji
understand.
come up for me, bro. Damn.
You gotta understand. They have 1.5 All-Star on this team. And the half is Chet. Chet might make it, he might not make it. Look at this team and then take a team that's struggling like the Lakers. On paper, the Lakers look a lot better. If you look at the roster. D'Lo, LeBron, AD. You look at that and you say that team is way better than this. Josh Giddey, decent.
Wait. You look at it, you say what team is way better than this?
You look at the Lakers, you would think they would be better than the Thunder.
Maybe if they was all in 2018.
But they're not.
That's what I'm saying. That's
no, but
exactly
you're looking at
point.
names. But when you're looking at stats, the OKC is better. You're looking at names. Names don't matter this season.
Let's do this.
Okay.
We play 2K. You get the Thunder. I get the Lakers. See how well that goes for you.
You gonna beat me because I suck at it. What the hell?
I could play Carlisle. He get the Thunder. I get the Lakers. He's gonna quit.
But that's a 2K. You literally have 2K players that don't miss because
See me online after
they're
this.
duking on their team.
See me online after this. You must forgot who I am.
I wish I could, but I got to go back to work.
But I'm saying though, you're thinking about names. Certain players are known to be even like so good at 2K, but in real life, they're ass.
What I'm saying, Bob, you're not hearing me. There is 1.5 potential All-Star on this team. The rest of these players are role players. None of them are stars or superstars. Josh Giddey's not a star. Jalen Williams not a star. Jalen Williams not a star. Lou Dort is not a superstar.
Oh, you see what you did there? You see what you did there? He's not a superstar.
Look. Lou Dort is a great defensive player.
And offensive too. He can't shoot.
He's not great offense. He's not great offensive.
But that's okay. This is what I want you to get. In terms of number, because this is the same point from like Chet to Wemby. Wemby has more to do. So of course his numbers are gonna be higher. But when you're looking at the execution, who got better percentage when it comes to execution? The Thunder, they are known, the whole team is known to have a better percentage than most of the league. That's something that they give them this year. They are great when it comes to shooting. And that's what I'm telling you. When it comes to scoring, they are doing it evenly. It's maybe Shea that gets the ball and cook here and there. And then you got Chet playing defense like crazy. But when it comes to that offense, you can pass it any one of them and they will knock it down. That's the type of team they've been.
Listen, I'm picking Jokic for MVP.
I got you. Carlisle.
I was about to say, God damn, bro. I want to answer a question. I don't even remember the rant I had. Fuck y'all, bro.
You talking about the first half?
I'm giving it to. I'll say this: if he can get his team to not only the best in the Western Conference but the best overall record, I give it to Shea. The only thing that's beating out Shea is that Joel Embiid and Nikola Jokic do more on the court than Shea does. What's the name? You said what?
I got a hot take to that.
What's your hot take?
Because I got Shea too, but I got him tied with somebody else. Somebody that's not on the list.
I forgot. Wait. I forgot to mention one dude, Anthony Edwards.
You can't wait because you wait your turn.
I'm sorry, that's my
backup. My turn. First, my average that I'm going to give you, 19.6 point, 4.6 rebounds, 5.0 assists. And
That's your
that boy
MVP
Luka.
candidate?
Hear me out. That's that boy Luka. And that is his first half average for the season. Do you hear me? First half average of the season.
Give me the full average.
The full average for that nigga, 33.6 points, 8.1 rebound, 9.1 assists. And do I need to remind you that that boy Kyrie Irving been out for the most? You're talking about doing it all. Who is Mr. Do It All like Luka?
You're right. You're right. You're right. Just to steer away from agreeing with you about that, I'm gonna just keep it at the three that you originally named. I'm gonna just go Shea. I believe my only other pick that would be outside of the MVP race would be the one and only LeBron James. And you know what? You know what? It's not because he might deserve it this year. No, they need to make up for all the bullshit awards they gave out to all the other bullshit players in the past years and just make it up to him. They need to make it up to him somehow. So, King, you deserve your MVP.
He said, "This one's for you.
This one's for you."
For you.
Mama, my thing about Luka, bro. We all know you have to be on a winning team to get MVP. That's just part of the criteria. The Mavericks are seventh in the West. If they can't pick it up, it's over for Luka.
I mean, like I just said, Kyrie been out for most of it. That's half of your firepower when it comes to offense. He's back.
And
we just got to make it to the playoffs.
I hear you. I'm just saying, if they can't pick it up, it's over for him. That man can average 40, and it's going to be over for him.
That's true. You had a final pick, so go ahead and say it and wrap it up for us.
I told you I had honorable mention Anthony Edwards for turning the Timberwolves around.
Ooh.
Like, I feel he's not averaging like 30. He's averaging about 26.
But they're number one.
But they're number one. The Timberwolves are number one.
That nigga been hooping since FIBA, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever he was doing at FIBA, he carried over into the league.
Man, people have been comparing Anthony Edwards to Michael Jordan this season. He's been getting Michael Jordan.
And it's not even crazy.
And it's not even crazy. You look at the film, it's like, yep, I see it. That's what I'm saying. Like, the Timberwolves, a team that has never, I don't think in our lifetime, been a top 3 team.
Ain't never had that dog in them. Never. Ain't never had that wolf in them.
Has the number 2 record in the league.
When did Kevin Garnett go to the Spurs?
The Spurs?
Or the Celtics?
Celtics like 2007, 2000. Yeah, I think about like 2007, 2006.
I'm trying to think about how good they was on his last couple of years on the Timberwolves.
They wasn't in the top 3. I'll tell you that.
I get that.
The last time I remember the team was being really good was with that white boy,
Kevin Love. And they still weren't top 3.
No, they weren't.
Kevin Love, the only nigga that have a 30 for 30.
Kevin Love and Ricky Rubio.
Kevin Love had a 30 for 30 in real life. That's crazy.
It used to be that nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Kevin Love used to be a bucket.
But man, that's all we had for the sports segment. It was a pleasure to have y'all on today. Y'all be sure to subscribe, double tap that video, share it with your friends, to your family, to your granddad, to your mom, to your dad.
You gonna leave cousin, auntie, uncle?
Send this to my baby right there. You know what I'm saying? Who needs teeth? I love you. Go ahead and hang up.